think where we left it off, been a while. I think where we left it off, we did the bit of the story where Arbon, the Musat guy, like went away, and apparently he went to Amnitas, but then we were worried he'd become corrupted by the demons because he was apparently hearing them, and they were getting worse. So we had to go and deal with him, and eventually we had to kill him. We had to fight him and kill him, and it was pretty damn awful. Hello, Talon, coming in with the first. How are you feeling, my dude? Are you on the mend yet? Are you feeling much better? Do hope so. I have a dry patch right here. Stings a little bit. Skin's gonna crack. I was closing off work 2 hours early just to have a coworker tell me at 5 p.m. Call me at 5 p.m. Telling me that your department boss sent complaints via email me. Yes, so does it stop production? No. Is it a major problem? No. So can it wait till Monday as I have the next 2 days off? You do right. It's like, oh, really? Cool. Cool story, bro. Click. Have a good weekend. Yeah. Yeah, you do right. You know, like, hey, if it's not urgent, go away. Leave me alone with this shit until I'm back in the office. Then we'll handle it. Absolutely. This has taken a while, but I did log off in the Wizard's Tower, which is the new player hub, so of course it's going to take a while. I found out as well there is a repair function built into the game launcher. But it's not in the actual launcher. They should do. They should just put it there. But you have to change the target tag in the exe file and run the exe file for the game. You know, it will run a repairer. I'm going to do that at some point, but apparently it takes a long time to do. So I need to just pick a day when maybe I'll do it this weekend when I'm not streaming. Because there'll be no streams Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. It's my wife's weekend. But since I didn't stream yesterday, I'm hoping she'll let me stream on Friday. I'm gonna be like, can I stream? And we'll see what she says. I haven't asked her yet, but it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, there's this new thing start. We'll do this after we finish the story. We want to do the story first. But the Black Lion Vault security team have apparently had a script burglary, and there's a whole new achievement for it that just started up, so there's bonus events. They're also doing a fractal rush, which is interesting. Just basically completing fractals of the mists and you earn extra rewards. There's 6 days to do it, and you get these trophies apparently, and extra stuff from doing the achievements, and you can turn these in for fantastic stuff. It's fractals. I'm not so bothered about that. So I'm not going to be doing those, or at least not on stream. Maybe I'll have a look at it off stream. But this is going to be good. Like, you get, for tier 1, if I do 3 of these, which won't be till at least, next week, so it's going to roll out in weeks. I'll get a bag expansion, that's not bad, and then eventually a Black Lion voucher. I've heard this is ridiculously easy. You know, like, basic achievement is just to go and recover items at all of these locations, and it'll literally, when you click on it, tells you where to go. Right here. But, you know, to look for high ground, blah 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 blah, yeah. So you just read the little tooltip and it will tell you where to go, but failing that, there's a wiki. You can just go, oh, it's there. So we'll do that afterwards just to see what happens. Maybe there's some storification of it, but that's the Fractal Rush one. I'll grab that later. Let's see. When did I get this as well from Narcisse? I don't know if I can't remember what we did last time. I remember the Mabon mission. Let's just recap real quick where we are in the story. Because we finished Mabon's fate, and we had to go to Amnitas. I also did the meta event. But yeah. We found out where Mabon was. We had to fight a bunch of cryptists and tried to reach Mabon. Zojja ran off ahead. Fought through the halls, we got to Marbon. Dark energies pulsed through his flesh, and Zojja called out to him, but as we approached, another cryptis emerged from his body, latched as if it had latched onto his very spirit, manifested before us, and we fought and prevailed, but Marbon, basically. That's as far as we know. I'm not going to call it for sure, but last Mersat dead? I don't know. We'll see. We thought the last Mersat was dead, and then he showed up, so... And we still haven't met Isgarin yet, the head wizard. Yeah, Zojja called out. Mabon directed his final words back. You did not die in that place. Interesting. We fended off the beast, but not without sacrificing our ally. Their souls were tethered together. Yada yada yada. And then Zojja was heartbroken. She lost yet another mentor. It was Snaff all over again. And she was really, really upset. And Dagda approached Zojja in a small, quiet alcove and sat together. That was a nice little moment. Saw them do, yeah. So that was basically where we were at. This is a very diary-like reading as well. This is pretty good. Zizel and Galarath returned to the Wizard's Tower to deliver the news to the others. What was this about? Zojja needs time to process, much more happening at once. Dagda shared a quiet word where she reiterated to me that Zojja's home is here, now, and her past is behind. Oh yeah, they delivered the news to the others about Mabon. Frode and Dagda remained near Mabon's body out of respect for their friend before I departed. Oh right, yeah, Paitha caught a whiff of the demon in our brain, caught a whiff of something. We saw an apparition of her, and she's very demonic, so very... you know, sexy demonic, very Slanesh. We caught a whiff of something in the air. She wouldn't tell me what she was thinking, but whatever the presence lingered, silenced her omnipresent guff. That's right, and we get closer to Isgarin. We need to find out where he is still, and the tension is only rising. Even questioning Paitha's morals, I believe she is uncomfortable with the events that lie ahead. Something's going on, both in the demon realm and here, so we're not sure what exactly is happening. But we need to return to the Wizard's Tower and regroup with everybody. But this here, some of the reports from the Bastion of the Natural has passed along troubling news about the Astral Ward. She could use your knowledge on the battlefield to locate them. If any chance of returning them safely alive, we should move quickly. Her name is Hortensia. She's likely working out of a refugee clinic near the Wizard's Tower. I don't remember what this was about or if we did it. Refugee clinic near the Wizard's Tower. So this feels like it's another little mini story we could get into. Yeah, I'm struggling to catch up. It's been a while. I should have really watched my last VOD. Anyway, let's carry on with the main story. But before I do, hello Nanny, how's it going? Come on in. Someday I'll set up an automatic answering machine. Is it important? Press 1. Do not think you are... do only you think it's important? Press 1 again, yes. Have you tried turning it off and on? Press 1. Have you read the manual? Press 1. Have you read it again? Press 9 to connect to Unity. Now enter 20 digits of pi within the next 25 seconds, thanks, beep. Filter out the unnecessaries, yeah. Anyway, in the middle of this cluster, there is a guy, Leah, the dwarf, and apparently he is a crafter. He has things for us that we can do, and I never saw this last time, so I thought I'd show it off anyway. Everybody probably knows now, but this is where you get all the different gifts. You can exchange things to get other things, for other gifts, for legendaries. You can buy the golden ticket that gives you the I'm rich you know in gold title above your brain for a lot of money that I don't have. You can get Astral Ward armors. You can get these Arcanum things. There's all kinds of stuff in here, but you need to unlock what I'm working on right now, the Mastery, Astral Crafting. And we can start getting these essences that upgrade rifts. We can get the Stormforge recipes from him, and Storm Eye recipes from him. So, you know, that's worth knowing that he's there. But what I need to do... Yeah, Wondering what this was about, though. I think we did get this towards the end of the last stream. And then switching when to press 9 randomly. Yes. Gotta do that. Just to make sure people are paying attention. You know, listen to the full message. This must be over in the archipelago. I might actually go and have a look at that first. So if we go back through the portal. A refugee camp. Looking for somebody called Hortensia. Near the wizard's tower, but not in it. So it's either there or it's in Amnitas. I would expect it's here. And if it's near, it should be in the Deldrimor area, near the Dwarven area. We will see. Oh boy. I've been also, last few days, I've been grinding the hell out of Like a Dragonation with the dungeons and stuff that you can run. I did, if anybody was watching that's here right now, last time I ran into those like Shinsengumi dungeons, the mines, I tried to take on the big bandit leader from the first section of 3 and got completely wiped out by him several times in a row. I've defeated him now. I didn't do it on stream. I felt really bad. But I was like, I need to get beyond this and grind the next level, and I don't want to subject you guys to that. There was no story that happened as a result. It just kind of happened. Refugee camp. I think it must be around here somewhere. So yeah, I did that. I'm gonna go here first. And I moved on to the second area. Haven't taken on the boss there yet, but I've done all of those. And I came to one of the dungeons because I thought I need these to get crafting materials to get better weapons. And it's like, just to give you an idea, I've run one of these dungeons particularly about 20 odd times now. That ain't gonna make interesting watching, so I ran it like 20 times, but it was called Defeat the Swordsman. And I was like, okay, so this is a swordsman squad I have to defeat. They drop so many different swords that you can use for crafting. I'm like, I don't need all of these. I can sell these, and I was making a lot of money. But it's very grindy. I'm probably not going to try and make every type of sword in the game, but I'd like to have options, you know? But yeah, I did it like 20 odd times, sold all the swords, and I was like, I've got loads of money. Then I made a couple of different swords and I had no more money anymore, and I was like, shit, I need to do this a lot. But we'll be back to that game tomorrow. And potentially Friday, if I can stream Friday. Man, the load times are so long. I definitely need to run the repairer for this game. I'm pretty sure that's going to speed things up for me again. I thought about just uninstalling and reinstalling the whole thing, but yeah. Okay, so... yeah. Oh, this just leads to an underside area? I don't remember seeing this. Have I been down here? I might have been. But these are just mining, so they're diggy holing. Yeah, okay. Give me my sky scale. So we need to look for a refugee area and find somebody called Hortensia. Supposedly near the wizard's tower, which is up there. You run the game from an SSD? No. which I know would be a lot better, but it used to be way faster than this, even on my mechanical hard drive, but my SSD isn't big enough. My OS is on an SSD, but it's not a huge SSD, because they were way out of my price range when I made this machine. On top of everything else I was doing, I wanted an SSD for the OS, and it's a fairly big one, but not big enough to put, you know, lots of games on, so... Thing is, I don't remember seeing anything that I would describe as a refugee area in this place. So, I don't know. I don't know where this person would be, or why we're even looking for them. We just got a mail asking us to go look for somebody. Okay, I'll go look for somebody. And I think it's got something to do, if I remember correctly, with the whole, like, demonic possession stuff, and this was a person who is, or we're worried about, might have become possessed. Well, let's get in on this. Let's help this person up. And I get wrecked. Ah, that's what I get for being nice. I can give you a tip that works even with the small SSD. I mean, feel free. I may not do it because I don't want to mess too much with my rig now that I'm used to it being the way it is, but I actually had a little bit of a scare when it came to my computer a while back. I was talking about it in Discord, but the problem I was having was that everything was running slowly, and I found out that what was happening was an update for the .NET framework hadn't completed properly and failed, and for some reason it screwed up my PC's responsiveness. Like, everything went slow until I turned off advanced, like, visual features for the desktop. Damn, that guy was tough.
Never have too much treasure.
I turned off advanced visual features on the desktop and everything, and restarted the PC, and everything started running quickly again, and I thought, okay, what is that a problem with? Graphics driver, maybe? I have updated it recently. I thought, let's have a look at system updates first, because my brain was just saying, check your system updates. Did everything update properly? What did you update recently? You know, and I'm like, let's go have a look. And I was like, oh, .NET Framework, the various different versions failed. Run it. Let it fix things up. Restarted the PC when it ran properly. Everything was fine. Turned on the visual features again, everything was fine, and I'm like, okay, cool. So it just goes to show, you know, always check things, but specifically with this game, I know the problem I'm having with things not loading and things taking forever to load and things like that, assets not showing up. The problem I am having is that the game's, like, overall, with loads and loads of updates over the years, eventually things get a little screwy, you know, and certain files, too much junk data behind. I don't see anybody here called Hortensia, so I don't think... You know what, we're not going to do this. I don't know what this specifically is aiming at, but let's just do the main story. I'll look this up later. But, yeah, you know, like, I've read multiple people's had the same problem where you load into a place and it's like, half the characters don't load and some of the scenery doesn't load properly, and then eventually it shows up, or your skill bar along the bottom is just blank, and slowly but surely things pop in, and they say run the repairer. So I'm going to try that anyway, and that will probably fix it, because over time, all the junk data that accumulates, all the conflicting files that the system doesn't know what to do with anymore, run the repairer, it does a nice cleanup job. So I will probably do that. You can set up a tiered cache and allocate a few gigabytes of the SSD as a tier 1 cache. Result, the game will load from the hard drive on tier 0, and the SSD will pick up hits to important files. Then on the next access, cache hit equals instant speed up. .NET is the worst. It is. It is so silly. Now it's like, so many times you'll be installing a program and it will say to you, like, you need .NET Framework. And I'm thinking, don't I have that? And they're like, no, 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 you need this particular .NET Framework. This particular subversion of a version. And you're like, so many versions. Why can't they all just run off the latest one with legacy involved, you know? It seems so strange. Because I have one of my video editing things that I have, like a video rendering software that I use for movie stuff and so on, and it can handle subtitle files and embedding and burning in and things like that for backing up some of my discs. It needed, the latest version needed like the latest version of .NET Framework, and they didn't distribute it with the install package, and it took me forever to realize that. And I'm like, I'm still running like version 4.5 here, that's the oldest one I had, or version 3 something, you know, and I'm like, there are more? Why are there so many more .NET frameworks, and why doesn't my PC just have them? There we go. It creates like this weird compatibility division, which is easily fixed because it's free, but it's still freaking strange. Like, why create all this extra work? And tier cache is a built-in Windows feature. Yeah, I've heard of it. I'm not familiar with it, but I'll try and remember that, and I will have a look into it then, see if that may be. So basically, it's like using the SSD as kind of like a virtual memory. Is that what we're talking about here? Oh! Never mind, I found Hortensia. Somewhere. You see, this is the problem I'm talking about. She hasn't loaded in yet. They're popping in bit by bit. Running the repairer will fix this for me. I will do that. Here we go. Nice armor. Alright, let's see what this email was about. So it was in the Wizard's Tower, not near the Wizard's Tower. I apologize. I'm at a bit of a loss. Some of our ward are missing or worse. I've been able to find a few of their dog tags, but are you able to help? Is that too much to ask? My soldiers... Okay.
We, the Astral Ward, have suffered losses, and not insignificant losses. But we've never... nothing this severe. Not since I joined. Someone Krokatoric ripped through the mists, but nothing like this. If you find any of our wounded, help as you're able. If you find any fallen, return the dog tags to me.
Okay, so we got a new collection to run. Find the missing Astral Ward members. And I get a mastery point for doing these. Okay, well, I will put that in my to-do list and maybe do that off stream. That's just going to be that's basically a scavenger hunt. You know, find all these things, poke it, and then get an achievement. Also, in some of these alcoves, they're a weird thing. Look at this, there's Karka in here. What is this? What is this warning sign? It's like a little man with a spear and a bunch of Karka. Like, attack! What is that? But yeah, it's a little Karka nest. There was one... Actually, I'm going to go find it because I meant to show it to you guys the last time we streamed, so... Where is it? Is it this one down here? No, but that's pretty interesting, but one of these alcoves up here has something really funny in it. When I stepped... Yeah, here we go. When I got into it, it's like, oh no, what has happened to my head? My little Skyscale Mini's head. I shrunk down and my head stayed big, or he got big and I don't know. What? Oh, bobblehead. Yeah. So it's kind of like the weird mystery realm. This reminded me of in Jahai Bluffs, where you have all those psychedelic mushrooms and there are apparitions. That's so strange. Oh, I love it. I love that they added that, and there's little things like that all over the Wizard's Tower. So goofy. Wait, what is going on here? Wizard's Tower race. Oh, okay. I was like, why is there an event in here? There's a race. That's pretty spot on. It isn't as fast as RAM, but it is a magnitude faster than a hard drive. Interesting. And for the .NET, you can be lucky that you only need the distributables, but the dev.net files are another 10 dozen gigabytes. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess working actually with programming is way different from end user. Here we go, yeah. But we need to get back up to the office and go say hi. Find out what's going on after Mabon died. Roleplay walk. Up, Frodo.
Wayfinder.
I'm so sorry about Mabon.
He was kinder than we deserved. If we didn't have the Cryptus at our door, I'd light a fire in our hearth. We'd sing, drink in his name.
Oh, we'll still do that later.
Instead, we fight. The Astral Ward is holding the front line at the Bastion of Strength.
When Mabon made his final journey, the Cryptus fell back. Got that going for us, at least.
The Bastion is presently secure, but when the next push begins...
The air is different. They're plotting something.
Then we'd better be at full strength when that happens.
We haven't seen Iskaran since the Bastion of the Celestial was overrun.
I assume he's near the spire, if not inside. What he's up to could be good or bad. Wayfinder, I need you out on the bastions. We could use a victory today.
I'll make sure the Cryptus feel our pain firsthand.
Let me guess. Complete 10 Cryptus rifts to continue.
Darius, I think, seems to be taking this the hardest.
Yeah, let's go see Zojia. Actually, let's talk to these guys again. Is there any additional dialogue? No. Ooh. I'm now looking at Frogbutt. Nope, no additional dialogues. Okay. Enter Mabon's quarters and speak with Zojia. Quarters were here. Oh, it's an instance, yeah. Next, these are all the different people's quarters, so... Apprentice Oakley? Hello. You alright? Yeah, no. Not at all. These are Mabon's quarters. I see, so you just came here to have a cry? I'm helping Dagda and the others clean it, but it's too early. It still smells like him in there. I don't want to disrupt it. That is one way to describe it. It still smells like him in there. What? Why don't you just say something a little bit more like, I can still feel his presence in that room, or something. Or everything about the room reminds me of him. Everywhere I go, I see his face. Not, it smells like him in there. What? But okay, we all grieve differently, I suppose. Oh, why is she having to clean it out so early? In case there are any artifacts or dangerous objects, it's meditative for some to be around his things. Not for me, though. Be patient with yourself. I'm sure she'll understand. Let's go in first before we do the story. I just kind of want to see what's... Okay, there isn't really anything in here. Just nameless NPCs. So what else is everybody getting up to today? Is anybody having any, anything in particular that they're working on?
Get it together, Zoja. Get it together! I'm one of the most awarded scholars in the colleges. I killed an elder dragon. And who wouldn't want to be a wizard, right? I'm done. Nobody cares. Sorry to disappoint Snaff. Mabon. I'm gonna be on wizard probation for 2 days before they decide to kick me to Radasum's retirement facility.
Wow. Zoja, having all the feelings. Girl?
Not that I entirely understand this whole wizard thing, but I think you'd be a great one.
Did you hear all of that?
Yeah.
I can pretend I didn't.
I'd be able to let go of all this grief, Mabon, Maguma, but I'd leave almost everything of merit I've ever achieved. But come on, I make a life-changing decision just after Mabon died. If it came from anyone but Dagda, it'd be emotional warfare. I used to be so mad at everyone. You have no idea.
At me?
At the world. You didn't do anything, but when I left Radasum, all I wanted was for you, or Logan, or Timmy to come looking for me. But I didn't want to be found. You guys were off saving the world, and I just wasn't ready for that again.
I figured you would have called if you needed us. I'm so sorry, Zoja. We would have come. I know I would have.
I know. I do. And I could have just as easily asked. I just wanted to feel wanted, you know? I was embarrassed to ask. But you can't know what I need unless I tell you.
What do you want to do?
I feel selfish for even humoring the idea.
You're happy here.
Radasum hasn't felt like home in years. Another researcher past her prime, they stopped asking me to speak at the colleges. But here, they know me. Even without Mabon, this feels like home. Especially with you here.
Then I'll support whatever you decide.
Yeah? How is Timmy doing anyway? Behaving?
No.
Absolutely not. But she's as bright as ever and dating.
Timmy
Believe it.
behaving?
Oh, alchemy. Nothing stops the march of time, does it?
I'll leave you to it. Frode needs me too. You know what? It's not important. Good luck, Zoja. I'm here, no matter what.
I'm wondering as well at some point, if any, when do we start involving the cast of a lot of other characters? I mean, everybody's like battered and bruised in a way after the whole Dragon cycle ending. We know Bram needed a good holiday while we were doing End of Dragons, and then they didn't get one because void spawn everywhere. Same with Ritlock and Kreesha. They didn't get involved directly. They were still grieving over Rylan, you know, and all that stuff. But you know, are we gonna get other people involved at some point? We must have to do. Like right now, it seems to be like this is Zoja's return story, which I'm digging. It's like, yeah, let's just keep it about this and these new people, not throw all the other characters in the mix. I'm interested, like, where this is going long term. Okay, safeguard Amnitas. So we need to return to Amnitas. Cool. I still need to unlock so many new sky scale abilities, it's crazy. And having a fireball is pretty cool. And the meta for this was crazy. I was really glad we did it last time, like, holy hell. There was a lot going on. But it's to say I'd never done it and I wasn't looking at a tutorial on the wiki or anything like that. I mean, it was all still fairly new, so I don't think those pages were even fleshed out yet. But it was logical enough to follow. Like, I know what I was doing. The only downside was you do need the sky scale abilities to really get the most out of it, because otherwise traveling from point A to B to C was pretty slow if you have the ability to use updrafts and ley lines. I mean, now I can use updrafts, I do have that, but I don't have ley lines yet. That'll be one of the next ones I need to do. And I've still got a load of End of Dragons masteries to get. I was working on Arborstone, especially since I don't really read a lot around the game, so I like to discover things on my own, and I discovered on my own, what everybody else probably knows, is that when you upgrade Arborstone through the Masteries, the place in End of Dragons, if you log out there and come back 4 hours later...
Rian asked for you to check in with him once you've spoken to Zoja.
Okay.
She's...
See what this is about.
Got a lot to think about. We'll let her grieve and reflect. In the meantime, while you're assisting Rian, the rest of the Astral Ward could use your help clearing the bastions.
Huh?
And help raise morale. Many will be devastated when they hear the news. Give them hope.
I can hear them.
Aether? Hello?
Who is Garen's hands? Do not let your folly sleep. The ends are threading together.
Interesting. But yeah, with the Arborstone, I mean, I found out that if you log out there and log back in after 4 hours, you get this thing, the well-rested bonus, and the more you build it up, the better the bonus. Just increases open world experience. Getting 25% right now for the next 3 hours, so not bad. It's a good way to grind, like if you've got something to work on, rest there. So I was trying to get that going, but we got a mail from Dagda about Zoja. Wayfinder, I do not mean to bother you, but when you are able, please check in on Zoja. I'm worried that my bonds... Oh, right, okay. We should have read this before we went to go see her, but anyway, we've already done that. Okay, Dagda, no problem. She's emotional, but she'll be okay. Let's go see what Rian wants over here. Hi.
I've heard of your feats since we last spoke, Wayfinder. A title for the ages, I think, and well-deserved. As we approach the world spire, the cryptists grow more and more ravenous, but calculated. The bastions need you.
Aren't you just seeping with adoration?
Ah, I've yet to introduce you to Camilla, my smile.
It's a pleasure, Wayfinder. Congratulations.
Hands full.
Very, but not without reward. I think I've discovered a way to help the heart home in on our unwanted visitors. When Rian mentioned he was meeting with you again, I asked to join. I could use someone in the field for more hands-on research.
Well, the Wayfinder has been instrumental in aiding our hunters and the Astral Ward.
Anything to give us the upper hand.
Let's talk then. This could be mutually beneficial.
Sounds good. So she smiles for you, Rian? Okay, that's weird, but...
When I first handled the device, I felt a yearning in it. It had curiosity for me, perhaps. As I followed this pull and melded a spell. A charm of sorts that would strengthen the connection between wielder and the heart. I've taken to calling them motivations. They should enable the heart to attune to even stronger emotions, hidden within you. I've got one for you here.
Right, these are what you use to upgrade rifts to bigger versions. Received a motivation in your inventory. Use the motivation to enhance the heart of the obscure to track higher tier targets. Right, so uncommon cryptist motivation. Double click to track Tier 2 Cryptus Rift. This overrides other motivations. Okay, if you're already tracking a Tier 2 Rift's using this item will remove the effect. Apply to the Rift to increase the essence gains on closure. Oh, so that doesn't consume. Interesting. Heart of the Obscure enhanced. Oh, there it is. I'm like, it's not that one, it's just this bar. Pay attention, there we go. Rift 2 Hunt Tracking. You've applied the motivation to the Heart of the Obscure. The motivation will enhance the heart scan abilities. Yeah. Cool. Sweet. Okay, scan for a rift, I guess.
I can't... there it is. A rush of cold air. Turning to... warmth? Joy, and then anxiety.
It's working. Follow where it guides you.
Okay. I should probably put some buffs on as well. There we go.
Demons, look out! Nothing can save me.
Alright. For anyone that missed this last few times I've streamed this, we have to eliminate all of these guys, or a load of these guys, fill this bar, and it will lure out a more powerful demon beyond the rift. And then we defeat that one, and then we can close the rift. I do feel that this isn't the way to go design-wise for these kind of things. They seem to feel like every step when you want to advance the story, yeah, go hunt more rifts. It got very boring after a while, so... But we have to do it, so we'll do it. The healing of Amnatas completed. Kill 100 Cryptus. Oh, cool.
Nice gear.
Achievement get. There we go. Now we can open it. Oh my god. Leave me alone, Doe. The rift is open and an uncommon motivation will lure the Cryptus out. Use an uncommon motivation, which is what we're using. That consumes it. Okay, so it will consume when you open the rift. Use one to find the rifts and then you you use it to open the rift. Consumes it. Gotcha. Oh, great group event. Oh no, it's one of these guys. And I jumped off my thing way too early there. Oh, whew, thank God another player showed up. I was like, this is gonna get hard if it's gonna force me to solo this shit. No, thank you. Boom! Down you go.
So?
That was overwhelming. But also...
Exhilarating. The heart is a peculiar device, but I thank whatever spirit you've been to that you've got it in your pocket. If you ever want more, come see me. I've crafted some even more potent than what I gave you.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Hunt swiftly and with empathy.
Yeah, we need to complete more rifts. Well, it looks like if we do 3 at that level, like 3 tier 2 rifts, that would probably fill this bar. So we only need to do another 2 more. The new Spider-Man Blu-ray was dropped in an external delivery box. Unfortunately, I couldn't pick it up. Oh no! Is that the Spider-Verse one? The animated one? I didn't know that was out already. But they come out so fast now. It's like it's done at the cinema, and half a month later, it's out on bloody disc. It's like what? Wayfinder, thank you for your help. Your reputation was well earned and it's been an inspiration to all of us. Do you have any other questions I can answer? What else can you tell me about motivations? They're a powerful tool to lure out the most vaunted and lethal of the Apex champions. When combined with the heart of the obscure, you can draw out the worst that Nios has to offer. Alright, how to get more? Show me. Yeah, so I need to get the Astral Crafter to be able to train more of those. Well, that's a shame. I was kind of hoping she'd just give me a couple more for free to let me finish let me finish this section of the game, but okay. Let's see. There's one up there. Comics animated one, and I pre-ordered it so it's out exactly today. Excellent. Well, I'm sorry that you're not able to get to it though. Like that's yeah, like ew. Tier 2 hunt. Yo. Bring it on. Here we go. And I hate that status effect. Slows you down, the injury one. It will be a treat to rewatch on an OLED. Ooh. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, great, we got an elite enemy jumping into the middle of all of this. Nice. Kill it quick. I have a marked for Deathbreaker. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, damn, I got splattered. Oh no, I was trying to res that guy as well. I have a... I have an ability I can use to res people, and I fired it in his direction, and I don't think it quite hit him. Alright, let's use my thingy to put myself up. Boy. Damn, this guy has, like, no! Some really gnarly abilities. And I'm down. Balls. Okay. Well, go here, because I think that's higher up. And, oh, LED though. Damn, I'm jealous. Jealous! I haven't seen any of them. Like any of the Spider-Verse animated movies. I've never got around to watching them yet. Okay, well it was over here. Probably gonna be done by the time I get back there. How do I get out of here? Where am I? What the hell? Through here? How do I get out of here? Yeah, I've gotta say, this particular map, as gorgeous as it looks, I'm not a fan of these freaking high walls everywhere. They're like, no, you need a sky scale. Like, yeah, okay, but... very annoying. It doesn't make it easy or quick to get back into action after you die. Movies get my warmest recommendation? Yeah, I mean, everybody I know says they're great, so... Fireballs! Well, thanks for stacking on me, guys. Okay. There we go. We did it. We did it.
Hello, Wayfinder. While we search for Isgarin, I have a hunch that I'd like you to follow. The Bastion of the Obscure. I can hear whispers. Not Cryptis, not Isgarin. A pull? I don't think it's malevolent, but I think it's looking for you.
Okay. And that's up here. Bastion of the Obscure. Right. So something's pulling in this direction and wants me. Well, okay then. Let us go check it out. Yeah, I mean, one of the things as well that we're way behind on in terms of Marvel and so on is the TV shows. Like, the only 3 Marvel TV shows I've seen on Disney Plus so far, because I only got like 6 months for free, and I watched a whole load of other stuff as well, like Mandalorian, and I watched the whole of Castle thing, because that was on there on the Stars side of things, so that was good. Because I like that show, but I'd only seen 4 seasons of it, because it wasn't really widely available in the UK, which sucks. But yeah, I you know, had those to watch and, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I got caught up on a few things, and yeah, I didn't get to really watch many of the other shows because they weren't out at the time when I got my 6-month free trial. well, free trial. It was 6 months for free. I got it through my old cell phone provider in the UK. So, yeah, I'm way behind on those. Like, Loki is the latest one that I've watched. That's as far in as I got. I didn't, like, Hawkeye came out, I think, after that. And I didn't have Disney Plus after that, so I get to watch it, or any of the others afterwards, and yeah. And you know, streaming services, they just, over time, I still don't really like paying monthly for access to content instead of just, put it out on disc and I'll buy it, That's what I want, but they're doing that with some of them. I noticed Mandalorian, and I noticed that Loki are out on DVDs, at least. I don't know when the hell that happened, but that snuck past me. And Blu-rays are being released. They're coming out later this year, November and December. So, maybe they're opening up to the idea of like, okay, we've had a couple of years exclusive, they've got no more value to draw in subscribers, let's just put them out on disc and make more money off them. Smart, do it, so, but we do have Disney Plus now because a friend has given us a code for it, so we're good. And we are watching through. Shy finally got to see WandaVision, which was pretty good, and I liked it when I first saw it. And we haven't watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I've seen it, but Shy's a Loki fan because, of course. And that means that, we skipped right through to Loki first, so we'll probably go back and watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier together later, and then we can start watching the newer stuff and getting caught up. But we watched Mandalorian first, and she loved the hell out of it. We need to watch Ahsoka. That would be pretty good. I've heard nothing but great things. I am one of the last of the RRE species that wants to own a physical copy. Yeah, I mean, me too. I prefer that, because then we have it, like, give it to me, and then we have it. Don't want to lose access to something because we stopped paying a regular stipend of money to the people that made it, Hi guys, what's up?
Zizzle called on Urchik and Glade to assist you in the Bastion of the Obscure.
I'm not sure what we're even looking for.
Oh, what does Glade mean by that?
You're gonna have to translate for me because I haven't learned Char Sign Language yet.
Glade can sense something. She's not sure what, but...
I love this. A mute character who's a sign language. So cool.
I trust her always.
Arbon?
See what we can
what?
Find.
So this could be Mabon? Like what? His spirit? Yeah. Well, we got a dead Char Wizard.
Spirit is saddened to see these halls empty. No astral ward, only the smells of fighting and fear.
Isle of Riches. That's bait. That's bait. Ah, no. Oh. Ooh. Gotta say, these ornaments look very Mersat, but that looks like a Sylvari? Sylvari lady? But this is a humongous box to put a Sylvarian. Oh, you meant to say rare? Ah, yeah. Yeah, me too. I'd rather have a physical copy. Like, give it to me. It's mine. I own it. You made a product, you sell me product. It's the oldest economic transaction... What's this, by the way? I can help Gladium search the halls of the Bastion of the Obscure. Okay, it's like the oldest proposition, the oldest economic proposition in the book, right? You have product, sell me product. Here's money, give me product. Mine now, you keep my money. Not, here's my money, and you let me have access to product for a while and keep paying. Like, what? I hate that that's become the new thing. Oh, I can't get the riches! Oh! Can I can't summon my mount at this time. Of course I can't. Well, I guess it's not bait. I was like, let's go poke it and see what happens. See what vengeful spirit comes to punish the wicked and the greedy. But no. Oh, there we go. 1 out of 3. Okay, so there's 3 sections to this.
Quickly, quickly!
Okay.
Oh, tragedy. Scrit hates to see so many good friends lost, hates it.
It never gets easier, I know.
Urchik doesn't smell anything besides
Yeah,
death.
Sony won't ring the door wanting the copy back, exactly.
Let's continue the search.
They're not gonna be like, okay, you can't have it now. I wonder what was in the rest of the place. I came over here because I thought this wasn't the way we were supposed to go. So I wanted to search all of this. You know what? You guys can wait. I'm gonna go search. I need to explore everything. There we go. See, now we're getting more of the achievement. A whole load of rats. What? They have a rat king. Kill the rat king. Now I'm your king. What does Big Rat think of these tiny rats with their little rat king? And a brown cow.
Fear not, the blood is here with lots of love and fluffy hugs for all. It is my birthday today, Blood K16 fluffy hug.
Aw, it is your birthday, Blood Knight. Happy birthday. Thank you for the resub and happy birthday. That's a tier 3 resub. Damn. 34 months of awesome support. How are you doing? Are you having a good birthday? What have you got planned? Do you have special plans, celebrations, or have they happened yet? Like, party, is there cake? And where's mine? Where's my You gave me my cake. That's fine. You've already given me that tier 3 sub. Appreciate it. It has been okay today. No big plans. Just having kind of a mellow birthday. Excellent. Do you want to share how old you are, or would you rather not? How many years have you walked this earth? This poor little brown cow is confused. Aww. 29? Oh, so you're saving yourself for the big 3-0. You're having a kind of a mellow birthday this year, and then next year, just burn the place down. Burn it all down. That's when the big plans happen. Yes, Gladium. Alright.
Oh, is the commander learning to read Gladium's gestures?
Oh!
This is tactics. Made it a good lead.
Oh god, I hate those guys. I hate these zippy zoomy dudes. Get rid of them fast. Ah! God, that bloody... There we go, get wrecked. Alright, I guess we're fighting Cryptus now. Start of the apocalypse. In a way, they say, yeah.
It's one of the housings that Maban used for his most valued artifacts.
Ooh.
But no artifact. Do you think the Cryptus got to it?
No, this way! Glade says it's nearby.
So, an artifact is not where it's supposed to be. Somebody moved it. Going to meet Isgarin? Oh no, they said that this wasn't Isgarin. Oh, what is this?
wants you to pick it up, Wayfinder. It wants you.
Oh. Oh, there's his Garen.
Stop fighting. It's not worth it. Killing you. The sun without bloodlust. How humble you are. I'm honest. I don't blame you for hating me. I don't blame your fear.
So this is when they first met.
Killed for less. I am ashamed.
Wayfinder! Squid needs you to open your eyes!
What? Oh, God.
Are you okay, Commander?
I'm fine. But I heard Mabon. Isgarin was... I don't know what it means. They were fighting.
Who was fighting?
Mabon and Isgarin. Mabon sounded different. Maybe he hadn't ascended yet. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, because we read all this in his diaries and stuff.
Stranger things in the Bastion of the Obscure. Gladen Skrit will return to Zizzle. Let him know what we discovered.
All right. I'm going to rest for a moment.
Yeah, when we saw basically Isgarin getting recruited. Sorry, recruiting Mabon.
Curious to see what a pinch of Cryptus possession has done to his mind.
I don't think I'm looking forward to it.
Watching you fumble your way through things is exciting, but I should at least prepare the meat for slaughter.
Not worried, are you?
Only for myself. I'd be missing out on the feast of the decade. Should my brother put you down?
She's talking about Ceres.
Your brother?
Ceres never knew how to play nicely. I worry that all he'll leave behind are blood and scraps of your flesh.
I mean, he is very good at
Seems
playing
like a
hide and seek.
detail you could have shared sooner.
What difference would that have made, other than to elicit a little more fear? Ceres is no Avar, but he is terrifying in his own special way. He's circled you this whole time, watching, waiting. As soon as his task is complete, you'll be next.
And what is that task?
You're on the right path. Don't fret.
Stash of coins. And the mastery. Okay. But yeah, we read in diaries, but...
Commander, it's time.
It's time.
We know where Isgarin is.
Oh, cool.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we read in diaries that Isgarin and Mabon fight back when Mabon was still just a Brasat. And that... Oh, let me explain the story to people, NPCs.
You're calling me that now?
What should I call you? You're no commander to me. I like the wizards and wizards' words. Wayfinder is more exciting. The one you're looking for He's just letters. But
From everything I've gathered about him, I'm hoping it would take more than a cryptist to bring Isgarin down.
I'm more worried for you.
There you are.
Yeah, 'cause we don't know if Isgarin's been corrupted.
So, just unlocking the mysteries of our reality. Nothing special. I obtained vital data on the Nyos rifts.
Oh, you obtained vital. I specifically told you not to trifle with those portals.
And yet, science marches on.
They're having a bit of a beef over here.